Hey, everybody. Welcome to Jen Lowry Writes. Today, I am so honored and thrilled, as you can see, that I have Lindsey Hobson with me today. Welcome to the show, Lindsey.
Thank you. So
Oh,
glad to get to talk to you.
oh my gosh, yes, because we message all the time, but
I
it's so
know.
different. Like when we're face to face, when we
Yes.
get a chance to be together. I just absolutely love your work. I can't
Thank
wait for
you.
the world to meet more of your work. First, I want to introduce you. Lindsay is an award winning author from Southwest Missouri, where she lives with her husband and daughter in a beautiful area known as the Ozarks. She's the author of two picture books. We can ooh ah. I've got Blossom's Wish right here. Yay, and there's Stop. And several short stories. Although Lindsay enjoys writing for all ages, she believes children's books contain a special kind of magic, and
Mhm.
I will also say a special kind of spook because you are our MG spooky writer. So tell us a little bit more about you.
Um, I love to write. I've always loved to read, like most writers. And I'm just loving reading all of the Monarch books right now. Those are so fun. I'm reading Stephanie's second book right now, The Ark. Um, Pretty much I'm either writing or I'm at a softball game with my daughter, and sometimes I'm writing at a softball game with my daughter.
And speaking of softball, that hitting the bat got into your new middle grade
Mhm.
spooky, The Girl in the Window, which is coming out on April the 2nd, 2024. And this was before knowing you and your life and how much sports matter to your family. But how much of little bits and pieces of you get into your story like that?
Probably more than I even realize. But that was definitely fun to make softball the inciting incident in The
Oh,
Girl in the
yes.
Window.
Oh, yes. So, as you can imagine, a baseball bat and the spooky house next door. I don't want to give too many things away, but let's just say Isabel, our Izzy, absolutely love
Mhm.
her nickname. Izzy has some consequences and she's got to pay it back.
Mhm.
And you guys probably already know. Yeah, you can fill that in. We're not messing up on inferences here. We're being very blatant. But absolutely love the progression of your story. It's got so much heart, Lindsay, in the middle of a horror novel. Like, what is that about that balance with you? How did you capture
I
that?
I don't I'm glad it turned out that way. I
At
had a
the end,
really hard time in the middle, and I think I lost the thread of the story there for a little bit, and then I posted something, earlier about how you play a movie in your head while you're reading, but I definitely do that when I'm writing too, so I finally just said, "Okay, like, what are you doing, Izzy?" Like,
show
"What
me
would
the
you
way.
do?" Yeah. So, I think it turned out well.
Oh, it turned out amazing. Guys, I cannot wait for you guys to get your hands on The Girl in the Window. So it's our middle grade. It's coming out April 2nd. April 2nd is a very special day for me. That is my mom's birthday. And I can guarantee you she will be celebrating you from heaven. She would have probably on earth not have read your spooky book, but she would have been so happy for you that day as your Monarch release. It's over 200 days away. I
I
looked
know
at the calendar.
it's coming really fast.
Yeah. And when you first signed, how was all of that for you, for that whole
Just
Monarch
Yeah,
experience?
so exciting, just a dream come true. And like we talked about when we had our first meeting, I started seeing monarchs
Yes.
everywhere, monarch
Yes.
butterflies everywhere. So it was a sign for sure.
Yes, I love that. And then she's messaging me, guys, at the Cracker Barrel. She's seeing a display of monarchs. She's seeing a display on a mural
Uh-huh.
that you're driving by, and it's like it happens so much to our
Hmm.
authors like that, and it's
Hmm.
just another little reminder that God is in the midst of all of us, and just pay attention. You're a monarch. I see you.
Yep.
Congratulations.
Yep.
Yep, love it. So tell us about Spooky because you've got Blossom's Wish and you've got Stop, right? So you've got
Right.
this sweet little dragon who loves to
Hmm.
give flowers to the villagers. Y'all got to get this book, seriously. Um, Now you're Spooky. Tell me
Uh,
about how that is to write all the genre.
Yeah, I've always liked spooky. I loved the Goosebump books growing up. They were some of my favorite stories, and of course, like campfire stories and just stuff like that, paranormal stuff. And I don't know, it was daunting to write a full length novel after writing 500 word picture books, but I've written some adult short story things that have been published, and they always end up kind of spooky. So I thought, well, I could try writing a spooky novel for kids, you know? And
And
I love to read middle grade spooky, so
oh yeah.
yeah.
Like Mary Downing Hahn, I'm gonna give her a
Mm,
shout out, like,
yes.
one of the best for me, and I love everything by R.L. Stein. I mean,
Mhm,
from book 1 all the way through, just absolutely love his collection of work. But
mhm,
for you, when you've crafted this character, it's almost I know it can be a standalone, it can be a series,
mm.
it can have some elements that your readers are gonna say, "Ooh, is there more from you?"
Right.
What other plans do you have as far as the spooky world goes, or what are you currently working on? Because everybody's gonna wanna know it.
Well, I am working on another book with Izzy, so I already have it outlined, and I'm working through that, and it'll be spooky also. And then I have an idea and outline for another middle grade story involving a boy and his dog.
Mm.
Yeah, so and then I have ideas for a young adult book that would be like
Oh,
a suspense thriller. So lots of things.
so I absolutely love it that you're just chasing after stories wherever they're coming at you. Just go after it, Lindsay, because 'cause you're so super talented.
Thank you.
I am just so blessed to have you on our team. This your work, it's so like pure. When you're reading it, it's like you're in the middle of it, that you're walking with Izzy. You absolutely love the relationship that she has with her siblings. Thank
Mhm.
you for doing that. Like, thank you for building such a character that our youth can look up to and say, well, she might not get it right all the time, but
Mhm. Tries.
she's really trying hard to be that sister that
Mhm.
has to look after siblings, kind of step up with her
Mhm.
family, but
Yep.
such a positive outlook,
Yep.
except
Thank you.
maybe when she's locked in a bathroom.
Well.
Yeah, gotta have something good there like that. And now you've got Max in there, which I absolutely adore his character too. How was it
Mhm.
writing all of these side characters? Because you gave them, they weren't just like side leave behind, they are
Mhm.
side, but in the mixed, and it's in
Mhm.
such a great fluid way. How was that experience with your side characters?
I really focused hard on giving them all their own voice. So even if you didn't have a dialogue tag like Anna said or Steven said, you would know that's got to be Steven because he's hilarious. Just really try to give them their own personalities, even if they didn't have huge roles in the story.
But the roles that they did play were so complimentary. And it just makes such a great book from beginning, middle
Thank
to
you.
end. And if you were struggling in that middle, I'm glad that Izzy showed up and said, "Here's
Mhm.
the way. Let me
Yeah.
light the path for you."
I totally pantsed that whole book,
Ah,
so that made it tough when I got to the middle.
well, I heard you say that you outlined your next
Mhm.
book. So how
Yes.
has that experience been different? Like, do you feel like on this one that fits your style more to outline?
Well, it's funny because so when I wrote The Girl in the Window and she knocks on that spooky front door, the person that opened the door was not who I thought in my head was gonna be, the whole new character. Now what's gonna happen? So that was fun to kind of follow that. And then, to think about outlining, I took a Save the Cat Writes a Novel
Oh, yes.
course and I
Love, yep.
outlined using that. And so it was really fun. But now when I got done with that, I felt like I already wrote the novel. So
Might as well start,
it
might as
was
well
kind
get
of hard
going.
to get started and but now I'm filling in the details. I feel like it's going faster because I already have an idea, of what I want to do. So we'll see once, you get to that door and they knock on it. We'll see if I can stick with the outline or if I'm just going to go rogue. I don't know.
Or if you'll just follow the story and if
Mhm.
it hits all those beats, then
Right.
great. And then if something surprises you, that means it's going to surprise
Hmm.
us too,
Right.
again, and it'll be a good story for you to tell us later.
Yeah.
You'll be
Yeah.
able to say, "Y'all won't believe
Yep.
this mess that happened to me." And we'll all laugh because I'm sure that's the author way, right?
Yeah. I'm only at chapter 4 right now. So far, so good. But
Chapter 4 is progress.
Yeah, it is.
Yay. Well, congratulations to you on all of that and mom and work and softball and writing. And you're so active on social media. You're
Mm,
out there moving and shaking. Like
yep.
tell some people out there that are just meeting you for the first time how you're doing that as far we talked about character balance and
Mhm,
heart and spooky. Now talk to me about the balance between everything you have going on with
mhm.
you.
So I get off at noon on Fridays, so that's my afternoon to really work on stuff. I do schedule a lot of social media posts. I use Canva all the time to make those fun little videos and posts and things. And like you've talked about a lot before in our chat, cross posting.
Yes.
So my poor, followers see everything 4 times.
That's okay,
But
because you might have someone else somewhere
right.
else, right?
And then my daughter, which softball's over for the season now, but we'd have 2-hour practices twice a week. So, especially in the wintertime when I would have to drive her there, I would just stay, and that would be 2 hours I would have to write because I had nothing else to do, instead of at home when you're like, oh, what's on TV? Or, oh, let's go do laundry.
Right.
So that gave me time every week, and I just really focused on writing during that time or editing or, whatever step I was on.
Another fun thing is Corinne Linneberg
Hmm.
has put on social media, and
Oh
I
my
saw
gosh.
it on Instagram, and I start
Yeah.
messaging her going, "Wait a minute, Corinne, you're almost finished, like, can we see?" And
Mhm.
I have not heard back from her yet. Like, let me just pull it up just on the nope, she has not read it yet.
Oh,
Um,
killing us,
but
Corinne.
I know. So she said that she's almost finished. I absolutely love your concept ideas for the book cover. And
Mhm,
I want you, even though we're going to have the cover reveal later, because we are still out in advance, we're going to have ARC readers coming up soon. We talked about that, hopefully by
mhm.
October.
Yes, the spooky month.
So, yes. So, talk to everybody about that cover and how things worked for you in that.
Well, that was also very fun because for those of you that don't know, Jen and the author get on Canva and just start making templates. And that's so
Yes.
much fun. But we had talked before we started about Mary Downing Hahn again, loving her just really simplistic covers. And then so we took a very important moment in the story and we made a pretty spooky cover, I think.
I think so too.
Yeah.
And I love that you and I, we had the kind of the same vision. We had the
Hmm.
same kind of style that we
Hmm.
loved. I mean,
Hmm.
who doesn't love a spooky cover, right? I
Right.
mean, oh, but then Corinne's magic.
Mhm.
Like first sketches. So Corinne Linneberg was our illustrator for previous middle grade books. She did She's Still Here, another one of our shout outs for our MG Spooky,
Mhm.
Kate Sablowski, the paranormal investigator series that you guys, if you've not read that one, it's out. Caitlin
So good.
Alexander, amazing. So she took care of Caitlin's cover,
Mhm.
Maggie and the Mountain of Light by Mark Snode, middle grade fantasy, and then The Impossible Girl by Ashley White. So she's been with us. This is her fourth cover with us,
Mhm.
and it's so different
Mhm.
because it's spooky element. It's a little
Mhm.
darker.
Mhm.
It's just wow.
Yeah,
And
it's
just
pretty.
the initial drawings that she was sending us, it's
Mhm.
like what we talked about and kind of
Yeah.
like what we mocked up. But what she is producing, I know is going to be phenomenal. I can't
Yeah.
wait to see it. Like we've seen like a little snap, but
Mhm.
man, it's
So I
almost
don't know
ready.
if everybody knows, but she paints it first,
Yes.
which is
With a
so cool.
It's like she uses acrylics, she
Mhm.
paints it, and when she finishes it, it's just like, ah. And then she sends it our way, and then it
Yep.
gets back on those Canva templates, and we play around with fonts and we make
Yep.
it work. And I'm telling you, I'm super excited.
Me too.
And hopefully, we'll be able to share it soon.
Mhm.
As soon as I get it, Lindsay, I promise you, you're gonna be the next one to see it. As long as like Eli and them are not like right beside me, because as I scream, you're
Right.
gonna be like, "What? What is it? What are you screaming about now?" But so cover reveal, arcs. We're
Mhm.
so close. We've got
We are.
Stephanie Cotta working on your arc right now.
Did she start it?
She's supposed to starting it this week. So
Great.
we know that we've got you in that queue in that lineup. And then as soon as those arcs are finished, we're gonna let you guys know. So
Mhm.
stay tuned to Monarch. Stay tuned. Lindsay, tell everybody where you can be followed at, if you can remember all those socials, because I know you've got them everywhere. So that way, when all of your news starts happening, people can follow your journey and then
Mhm.
go on that ride with you.
So I'm on Instagram and Twitter at lindseyhobson.author, and sorry, that's Instagram and TikTok, and then my Twitter is Lindsey B. Hobson, and then I have a Facebook author page too.
And
That's
I'll put links, guys.
yeah.
I'll put all of the links down in the description too. But I just wanted to make sure that you were throwing those names out there, Lindsay, so that way when people were just listening to the podcast on the go, they
Mhm.
would definitely be able to find you. And then you can go to monarcheducationalservices.com and check out Lindsay's page. We've got that countdown for The Girl in the Window
Mhm.
coming out on April 2nd, 2024. It's going to be here before you know it, Lindsay.
Yeah. And there's a teaser trailer on my socials that I made on
Yes.
Canva, and it's fun.
Absolutely love it. You gotta share it out again today.
It's spooky, yes.
Yes, share it out again today, so that way when we've made this announcement, that'll be something current everybody can go back and check out again.
Excellent.
I just wanna thank you so much.
Yeah.
Lindsay, I am so blessed to know you. You are just so kind and wonderful and supportive, and the way that you are with our authors too behind the scenes, like, truly, Lindsay, thank you
It's
for.
definitely a family. If anybody could see our group chat, my phone is always blowing up.
And then after work, you can catch up and you'll
Yep.
know what's happening in the monarch world. I want to just say thank you again for
Yeah, thanks for having me.
every time a monarch is out and you're out there celebrating them, you're encouraging them, and you just give them that space where you know you're going to be such a great cheerleader for them. And I just truly appreciate that. We need more of that in the author community.
Yeah,
We
I'm
need
just
more of
excited
that.
for all of them. It's such a fun journey. I know they're having as much fun as I am, so
Yes. I hope so. If not, let's get them in gear. All
right?
right. Our middle grade spooky author, Lindsey Hobson. Check her out everywhere. Stay tuned because you're writing more. You've got
Yes.
children's books. So, guys, you can go ahead and grab Blossom's Wish and stop. You got to stop.
Stop.
Stop. You got to stop. You can read those to your littles and then prep big sister, big brother for The
Mhm.
Girl in the Window.
Yeah.
And then if that YA thriller is
Mm.
coming maybe soon.
Little bit for everyone.
Ooh,
Did I tell
have
you, oh, before I go, that I'm also gonna be publishing highlights in January?
I loved highlights
I'm so
forever.
excited.
No, you did not tell
Yeah,
us. Well, congratulations.
thanks, and it's a nonfiction piece, so it's a little bit different even than my other stuff, so
See, look at you,
it's
Lindsay. You're
fun.
out there moving it always. I'm
I got
just
to
so
talk
thankful.
to a scientist from the Norwegian Polar Institute about this story, so that was
Wow.
super fun, so
Well,
yeah,
congratulations on
thanks.
that. So you definitely have to send us that when it comes
I
out
will.
so we can shout you out and highlight you. So
Yep.
just thank you for your light. Just thank you for
Well,
being
thank
Lindsay
you.
Hobson, amazing author extraordinaire, and we just love you and
Well,
we're
thanks for
just
being
so
our publishing mama. Someone said
yeah.
in our chat the other day, it's like she's our mom with 20 kids.
All day,
All
right there.
day. We're always needing
Joy.
something.
You see it? You see it? It's not
I see it.
you can't fake this stuff, y'all. You can't fake
My
it.
cheeks hurt.
I know, you can't do it. I just love you. Good luck with everything,
Thank you.
and happy publishing. It won't be
Right.
long.
I know, I'm
All
so
right,
excited.
all
We'll
right,
be together
guys.
again for the launch soon.
Yes, that's true. All right, guys. Thank
All
y'all so
right,
much for
bye.
joining Jen Lowry Writes. Bye, everybody.